Hey, it's BrickTsar, and we are finally going to look at the first Lego modular building on my channel. This set is from 2007. I've had it pretty much since then, and we have a lot of modulars that came after this, but this was the one that introduced us to the modular build. And this one is probably by far the most barren on the inside, but it's still an awesome build, and it's what got us hooked on the Lego modulars, and it's really hard to find today. I have finally found the pieces. I got TheyMightBeBricks Sig Fig sitting here with me, standing here with me, because him and his sister used to add interiors to the modulars, and I had taken them all apart and everything was mixed up between all of the modulars, and I finally found all of the pieces except for one, and see if you can catch it in this video, or at least one that I know of. I could have made some mistakes here, but I know there's one piece that is incorrect for this set, so try to catch that as we go through the different features of this. And this won't take as long to look at as some of the other modular buildings, but I found the other parts like in the greengrocer bag and things like that. So anyway, it's only got 3 minifigures. It does have a red bicycle, not many accessories at all, but it's still a cool looking building. Alright, we'll give you a look at the street view here from the sidewalk, and a lot of the techniques here are ones that they followed from here on out with the modulars, just the way they did the tiles. This is why tiles are a big seller on Bricklink, and a good thing to pick up if you're ever at the pick-a-brick wall. And here's the other side, and the other trademark, there's 2 trademarks with all the modulars. One is the white lamppost, and the other is standard minifigure heads. I kind of like that, to be honest with you. And I love the angled build. Uh-oh, as I knock over the shopkeeper. We'll look at him in a minute. But that's one thing with the modulars. Since this is a corner shop, they give you a nice corner look there with the angle, and they hide the gaps really good with this. So the other good detail is the sign here. Of course, when you look at it from the other side, it's backwards, and then there's no windows on this side because it'd be up against another building. And I think it's the same with the other side. And it's interesting that some of my browns are a little different color. They're all reddish browns, but they just have different colors to them. These windows are hollow here. In the second floor, a lot of windows, but there's no glass. These are actually panels turned on their side. So this other thing, you see a lot of different techniques. This awning, this little piece here. Uh-oh, I knocked over the lamp. The lamps. And then on the upper floor, it looks good too. A lot of good burgundy, which is dark red. You got the little frog details up there. And on the top, you got the birds. It's not a clock tower or anything, but it's kind of like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the minifigures, and then we'll go look at the interior floor by floor, and I'll probably start at the top and then work my way down. Oh, I forgot the trash can. Now before I get to the minifigures, that trash can, it's light bluish gray. It's only in like 5 sets, so that's actually one of the parts I spent the longest looking for. Because I thought it was a dark gray, but then I realized no, it's supposed to be a light bluish gray, and that's the only one I have is in this set and in the fire brigade, I believe. So it was kind of a hard trash can to find, believe it or not. Alright, here's the female, and plain legs. Again, all the minifigures have the standard grin. Of course, it's the updated version of the head, and then kind of the dark tan Luke Skywalker hair going on there. I think this man's like the shopkeeper or the cafe owner. He's got gray hair, which is good. I'll need that for my sig fig one day. probably already. And the final figure, this one's kind of gotten dirty. Very plain. That is really a throwback to vintage Lego set. And we don't want to forget the red bicycle. They didn't put any lights on it or anything, it's just a plain red bicycle, clear wheels. We'll start at the top and work our way down. Like I said, there's not a lot of interior details, and my model may be a little dusty because this thing was the first one, and I built it and it had been on display ever since we originally built it, and I took it apart back in 2012, right after I started this channel, believe it or not, and I kind of wish I left it together. But anyway, as with all the modulars, you can take the roof off to reveal the next floor, and we will see that there is nothing on the next floor. Let's go up, then we'll look down. It is blank, nothing. So plenty of room to add your own features. I don't know if you'd want that to be living quarters or another part of a shop or something, but yeah, it's just totally empty. You got the staircase on one side. They didn't put a lot of details on the inside. That's just something that they just improve each time. So we'll put the roof back on there, then take top floor off and reveal the next floor, which is also roomy, but no details at all, other than the rail and the stairs. And the stairs go under here. So we'll take this floor off. Here is the first floor. Nothing on the bottom. And you know, they didn't use a 32 by 32 base plate. They used two 16 by 32 base plates, so you can see a line in the middle where the two base plates join. But nothing, no tiles or anything. They did give us a little pattern here on the wall. That's pretty neat. And these stairs, the stairs actually are for the side door over here. So the cafe area, monks or whatever you want to call it, is totally separate from the upstairs. So perhaps you could have people that lived above the cafe, but there's no cafe in the cafe. So like I said, there's not any interior details of any significance, I mean, other than like that wall pattern. So a lot different than the modulars of today. And you did get 2 instruction books with it. Now, one thing, I probably should have bought multiples of these, and I know there are a lot of people that did, and I'll show you why here in the back. They give you some alternate builds. Here's a cool little side building you can build. But look at this. They show you how to combine 2 sets. Like here's 2 sets back to back, just the way they are. Or you can make multiple levels. I thought that was really neat. And this is actually, you've probably seen ones like Bricks for Chris, where he's done a combine of the pet shop or the fire brigade, and you know, they were actually telling us, hey, that's a good idea. Of course, they wanted us to buy more. And then look at this. Here's 6 of them put together right here. 6. That would have been a lot of money, but look at the awesome model you could have built. Now, you would have had a lot of leftover pieces, of course, but that is pretty cool. And here is the box. It's an oversized box, and it's really more designed for storage. It's not really easily broken down. I mean, you can break it down. I'll probably try to break it down later. So I had 2,056 pieces, and on the back it again shows those possibilities of buy more of the cafe corner, and you can build even bigger, massive buildings. So that's the very first Lego modular building, the cafe corner, set 10182. It's ages 16 and up, 2,056 pieces. This is what got us hooked on the modulars. Love this building. Do wish I had bought more. And you do see a lot of people piecing these together. Since it would be it'd be really expensive to buy it with the box and the instructions. Well, a lot of people, what they do is they go to Bricklink stores and they just buy the pieces. And it's actually cheaper to build this or acquire this by the piece than it is usually as a complete set. So that's something to keep in mind. We've seen some on YouTube have worked on building their cafe corner this way. So there it is, the cafe corner, the first Lego modular building. Thanks for watching this video. We will eventually have reviews up of all of the modulars. I'm not worried about putting them up real fast. Like, I hadn't even built the Parisian restaurant yet, but we'll get them up there eventually as we continue to get the city going. Yes, we will work on a Lego city. Thanks for watching. This is BrickTsar. Did you figure out which piece was wrong? It's her hair. The hair is supposed to be reddish brown. That appears to be brown.